Hey, have you been keeping up with how the world's kind of spiraling
Yeah,
lately? It's like we're on the brink of something huge.
absolutely. It's hard to ignore all these rising tensions globally. What stands
Right.
out to you the most?
Well, between Russia's invasion of Ukraine and China's moves toward Taiwan, it
Mm.
feels like old alliances are shifting.
And the Middle East isn't exactly calming down either. It's a
Exactly.
powder keg.
Exactly. And it makes me wonder, is this all leading up to something
Yeah.
bigger? People are even talking about a possible third world war.
Do you think that's a realistic concern,
Well,
or are we overreacting?
it's hard to say, but I feel like a lot of the speculation lacks a solid foundation.
Right.
But you know what's interesting? The Bible offers some insights that seem relevant.
Oh, you're bringing the Bible into this? How does it
Yeah.
fit in?
Well, despite being the most scrutinized and attacked book in history, it provides a
Mm,
framework that aligns with current events.
that's intriguing. Can you give me an example?
Sure. For instance, the Bible talks about nations rising against each other, wars and rumors of wars, which feels a lot like
Right.
what's happening now.
But hasn't there always been conflict throughout history? What's
True.
different now?
True. But the convergence of these specific events, the tensions with Russia, China, the Middle East,
Yeah.
combined with technological advancements, it seems more intense.
Speaking of technology, the advancements are, pretty mind-blowing. Hypersonic missiles, AI in warfare,
Exactly.
it's changing everything.
It really is. And the Bible mentions things that eerily align with modern tech. In Zechariah, it describes people's flesh melting away,
Wait,
which
that's
sounds like
intense.
nuclear effects.
That's a chilling thought. Do you think these prophecies are unfolding now?
Possibly. It's possible. Look at the recent conflicts in the Middle East. Israel is central in biblical prophecies, and with everything happening there, it
Hmm.
seems significant.
Israel's definitely facing challenges, especially with groups like Hamas and Hezbollah increasing activities.
Exactly. Exactly. And Iran's involvement adds another layer. The Bible references Persia, modern day Iran, and its role in end times events. It's like pieces are
Right.
falling into place.
But couldn't this be, a self-fulfilling prophecy?
How
Are
so?
we interpreting events to fit the narrative?
That's a fair question. But the specificity of some prophecies is hard to ignore. The drying up of the Euphrates River, for example,
Yeah?
it's actually happening due to dams and climate change.
Wow, I hadn't heard about that. That's quite a coincidence.
It is. And then there's the rise of digital currencies and surveillance technology, which could tie into the mark of the beast concept. It's
Oh,
all
interesting.
interconnected.
It's a bit eerie when you put it that way. But do you think there's a way to change course?
Maybe. Well, according to the Bible, these events are part of a larger divine plan. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's
Right.
hope and a call for personal reflection.
So we should focus on spiritual preparation?
Exactly. Exactly. Strengthening relationships, seeking guidance, and being
Mm,
vigilant. Finding peace amid the chaos.
that makes sense. But how do we deal with the immediate threats? The geopolitical tensions, economic uncertainties?
Good question. It's tough. Economically, for instance, Russia and China are challenging the US dollar's dominance. If the dollar collapses, it could have
That would be
global
catastrophic.
repercussions.
Definitely. The US debt is already staggering. $35 trillion is no small number.
Exactly. And our reliance on other countries for essentials, like 70% of US medicines coming from China, exposes
That's concerning.
vulnerabilities.
So we're interconnected, but also exposed. It's like a double-edged sword.
Precisely. Exactly. History shows alliances and treaties often fail to contain ambitions. NATO's expansion has made Russia feel cornered. It's
Right.
fueling tensions.
And with Putin's actions, it's clear he's willing to take bold steps to reclaim influence.
Definitely. Definitely. Mobilizing troops around Ukraine was a bold move. He sees NATO's presence as a direct threat. It's a
Mm.
complex situation.
Do you think diplomatic solutions are still possible?
Hopefully. I hope so. But patterns suggest escalating tensions. The Bible warns of wars and rumors of wars,
Right.
but also tells us not to be alarmed, as these things must happen.
That's somewhat comforting, but also unsettling.
I know. I know what you mean. But it's a reminder to focus on what we can control, our own actions and perspectives,
Yeah,
finding ways to contribute positively.
agreed. Maybe it's a call for all of us to look inward and make a difference where we can.
Exactly. Exactly. And to hold on to hope. The chaos might be part of a bigger
Mm.
picture. It's important to stay grounded.
This has been enlightening. You've given me a lot to think about.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. It's a complex world, but conversations like this help us navigate.
Absolutely.
Always good to chat.
Definitely. Let's keep the dialogue going.